What is up, everybody? Talking Slice here. Just wanted to leave a brief message before we get into today's video. So if you wouldn't mind, please go down there, smash that like button, leave a comment, and you know what? While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it whenever y'all guys subscribe and y'all engage with my content. And I'd like to thank the people that have actually subscribed in the last couple weeks. Love y'all guys. Y'all guys are awesome. Hope you enjoy the video. You want to record right now, man? We cool? We gonna record?
Well, you said you wanted to do an hour. That was 30 minutes that we just did.
Hey guys, so we've been back for about, what, 10 seconds now? And yeah, Ben says we're going to do an hour, so obviously we're going to do an hour. So you heard it from Ben first?
No, no, not for this video in particular. Total recording time. Trick me.
You're funny. You're funny.
I've been tricked.
So, you wanted to tell us what IE means?
It means id est.
Was that Latin?
I think so. Means in other words, or that is.
Or, for example.
Let me see.
That's the defense lock code named
Here
Zabi.
we go.
So remember, Z-A-B-I-E. Or translation,
Okay.
X-A-B-Y. Remember, X-A-B-Y.
Okay, gotcha. XABY.
So just remember, just tell me clockwise, okay?
I'll just tell Zabby.
Zabby, but clockwise. Remember, clockwise.
Okay.
Because in controller, starting from top, going clockwise, it's X-A-B-Y, so clockwise. Okay?
Okay, I got clockwise. I'll memorize that.
All right. And if I say, what the fuck does that mean? You'd be like, dude, just look at a clock. Clockwise.
How would you forget so quickly?
I'm putting all my faith in you, man.
Why?
Dude, I have issues plugging up the cords to this freaking capture card every single week that we record. And you have faith in me? I'm so happy that you have faith in me.
It's always the same exact issue.
Well, dude, this time I plugged in perfectly the first time, and I was like, "Why are we getting sound?" It's like, "Oh, this cord is plugged in. I didn't need to have plugged in. It's taking all the sound away." Oh, you see that? Did you see that ninja move I did there? That was a ninja move. Look at that. I could have touched this guy and got it. Oh, never mind.
No, I'm drawing as well, so sometimes I'm cutting out the video.
Okay, well, you missed my funny humor I did there.
You did funny humor?
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, man, look at this. I totally walked past this guy, and I totally like walked into him on purpose to be like, oh, whoops,' and you didn't laugh. You didn't." Hey, man, we try to be funny in this channel. We try to be funny. We try, and we fail every time. But you know what? At least we're trying.
Steven fails every time. I'm throwing some shade.
Oh, you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy.
Successfully.
More successful than me, I guess.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just kidding with you, Steven. My gosh. I feel like this drawing is gonna be terrible.
What are you drawing?
I'm trying to draw my son, and it's not
Oh.
looking. It's looking kind of off.
Why?
Because cuteness is the freaking hardest to draw. It's so hard. You can't have any hard lines.
Well,
You have to
just use
draw
me as
with-
an example. I'm cute. I'm a cute guy.
Oh no, but you have hard edges though, because you're older. You're like 30. So like, I don't, it could be.
I like how you
know
say
what?
that. I like how you say that like you're not the same age as me. You're like 30, man. Come on.
I'm 30 as well. I don't even have any hard edges though. I just, but I'm not cute.
Oh, thank you. You admitted I'm cute, but not you. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. I like
I
that.
don't know if you're cute or not. Listen, I'm not a female. I don't know. I can't say
dude.
that.
I am totally.
I know what
I am
am.
totally kawaii. Okay, totally kawaii.
Okay, that sounded more cringy.
It was intended to sound cringy. It's
So,
meant to make fun of people.
30-year-old man,
It's meant to make fun of.
31-year-old man.
It's meant to make fun of people that say kawaii, or they're trying to say kawaii, but they say kawaii. It's just just like, they emphasize the wrong parts and just makes it like people like, you're saying it wrong. You're saying it wrong. It's like, dude, I lived in Japan for 4 years. Maybe I did say a little bit wrong. I've been out of Japan for like 4 years now, but I lived there for a while. And trust me, I can say it right back in the day. I can say it right 24 hours a day. I can say that motherfucker shit right all the time. Some people say kawaii. Do you know what kawaii means?
Sounds exactly like the same word you were just saying.
So there's kawaii and there's kawaii.
Ko instead of ka.
Yeah, so it's kawaii means like cute. Kawaii or kawaii means scary. So there was a friend I had that literally like he would meet a girl and she'd always get upset whenever he would try to tell her she's cute because he'd be telling her she's scary. But it was just kind of like on her too, because it's like she obviously should have known that this guy sucked at Japanese, and he was obviously trying to say kawaii because you could like literally look at his face, and he's like, "You're so cute, you're so kawaii," or he'll be like, "You're so cute, you're so kawaii," and she'd be like, "What?" It's like she speaks English, but it's just like she's just holding it off on this like stupid thing, like he mispronounced something, you know? Ooh,
Yeah,
open hatch.
She probably felt the cringe coming off that guy and didn't like that.
Oh, dude, I guarantee she did. That guy had a lot of freaking cringe. A lot.
Yeah, he probably smelled like Funyuns too, like real strong.
Can I tell you a quick story?
Go for it.
This is from my wife. So I'm going to pause this for a second. So I literally went out and I met a girl that was from Thailand. I met a girl from Thailand. I talked to her. She was cool. Yeah, from Thailand. It was a girl. Trust me, it was really a girl.
You sure it was a girl? Can you really be that sure? If she's from Thailand, you know?
Okay, well...
Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that to come off the way it just did.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, so from Thailand, Ben apologizes. But anyways, yeah, this is a girl I met that was from Thailand. Her name was Prawai, or Prawai, or something like that. Prawai, something like that. Anyways, her name, and if she's listening to this, I'm sorry, I'm not doxing you. I don't know your last name. So it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. But anyways, I met her, and we ended up hanging out, kind of hitting off. We had a good time. You know, had a lot of fun. We talked, you know. And I ended up going to getting some, I actually went and got some Italian food with her. I think I got some spaghetti. She got something else. But I remember I got spaghetti because I was really into spaghetti in Japan because it's pretty well made. And for whatever reason, we were talking about
Hawaii.
To what?
Go for it. And then you mispronounced Hawaii and it was all over.
Okay, I didn't do that, but you'll see the connection I'm going to put right here. So I talked to her, and she was telling me about horrible people she had met in Japan. She was talking about this guy, and I was like, wow, that guy sounds like a horrible person. She's like, yeah, he's in the Navy. And I was like, oh, God, man, they make us look bad. These people make us look bad in the Navy. You know, went off, started talking about him. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. This just sucks that this guy obviously didn't understand the culture, whatever, you know, all that stuff. He literally was he sent her I guess essentially like the equivalent of, he didn't send her dick pics, but he sent her kind of dick pics, telling her hey, send me pictures of you naked. He sent pictures of him in the mirror, facing backwards, where you can see his ass and shit like that. And I was just I didn't see the pictures, but she was telling me about it. I was like, wow, that's just freaking weird. And then she told me the guy's name. I was like, wait, what's his name? And she told me his name again. I was like, what do you know about this guy? And she explained the guy. I'm like, oh my God, that's the kawaii guy. And I brought it up to him, and he denied it at first. And then when we were getting drunk, he's like, yeah, you know that chick you talked to me about, that Taiwanese chick, or not Taiwan, or Thailand chick, girl from Thailand. And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I really did actually talk to her for a bit, but she was a fucking bitch. I was like, she wasn't. You were the fucking asshole. And you just started laughing. It's like, yeah, I was. I was just like, wow, okay. That was a kawaii guy. He was kind of cringy.
Kawaii.
I just thought it was funny. I literally just randomly met this girl from Thailand, and she had talked to a guy I worked with. So.
Well, you know, some guys are not good people.
Yeah, he was kind of not the best person ever. He got mad at me because we went to so they call them buy me drinky bars or whatever. Or not buy me drinky, they call them hostess clubs. You heard of hostess club?
You went to a hostess club, dude? You had the real life Yakuza experience? Oh my god.
So
You have to play
So,
Yakuza if you have.
I never went to a hostess club by myself, but this guy went all the time, and I never went to a hostess club until like he basically like, hey, come meet us here, and I went to the hostess club. And the reason I went is because literally you pay like $20 and it's all you could drink. All you could drink for $20. It's crappy whiskey or crappy whatever you want to drink, but it's all you could drink. So I'd go there, pay $20, get shit faced drunk, and then go off. But anyways, there was a time that I went there with him, and he kept going back because, dude, he was like in love. It's like the guy that's like, dude, this stripper, she loves me, man. She loves me. It's like that situation.
Oh my gosh.
Like he's obviously getting played for his money.
Can we call this guy just Kevin? I feel like he's a Kevin.
Okay, he'll be Kevin. But anyways, Kevin was like the kind of guy that's like, dude, she loves me, and he's talking about a stripper, and it's like, dude, like you're literally giving her like $300 like a week to hang out with you, like just hang out with you. And then whenever you do hang out with her outside of work, you're still giving her like $500 a week, like $500 just hang out with you. You have to like take her out and go shopping. It's like, dude, there's an issue with this, and dude, like, But anyways, he got mad at me because like we went there, and I literally was just like there getting the drinks, and I was gonna go meet somebody after the fact. I was gonna meet a girl after the fact, and what ended up happening is, I was there, and then like they assign like a girl, and the girl is the girl you're gonna be with, whatever. Not with like sexual, but just like the girl that's like there that talks to you and like pours your drinks for you, make sure you're having a good time, and like not even like so you're there for like an hour. I think like 20 minutes in, another guy came, and she got up and switched to the other guy, which is like, okay, whatever, I don't really care, I'm just here to drink. But they charged me like I requested the girl, which I didn't. I never requested the girl. She just was there. I guess my friend requested for me, but she didn't stay with me for the whole hour. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not paying for a request for a girl if she got up and left after the fact. Even then, I didn't request a girl. I was going to pay anyways. People would be like, you're a fucking asshole. No, dude. I literally went there with my friend, sat down, never requested a girl. Just a girl just sat down with me, and they're like, oh, well, they tried to charge me like an extra money, like an extra like 30, $40 for this girl I didn't even fucking request. And she got up like halfway through the thing and went outside with another guy that was at our table. And I got another girl that's actually like way uglier. And I was like, I'm not paying money for this, man. I'm going to pay what I owe. Anyways. And he was like, oh yeah, you're right. And all this other stuff. And then like the next day he messaged me like, don't ever talk to me again. You embarrassed me in front of all my friends and all this stuff. I'm like, dude, I embarrassed you in front of a girl that's literally trying to steal your money from you. And he didn't talk to me for like a week. And after a week, he started talking to me again. I was just like, I mean, he kind of like ignored the fact that like he literally sent me like a message, be like, "Hey, don't ever talk to me again. If you see me in the halls, don't even look at me. I don't want to look you in the eye anymore." I was just like, "What a baby!"
What a little turd.
Do you want to know? You want to know how much older this guy is than us?
Only 5 years.
He's he's about to be 40.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was just like, dude, it was just like, and I remember telling my friends about this, and eventually I brought it up to him, like, while we were drinking after the fact, he's like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. And I was like, yeah, you shouldn't have, man. I mean, if you were upset with me, you could have talked to me about it, but, like, I wasn't in the wrong in this situation, man. Like, I didn't request this girl. You know, I didn't request this girl. And even then, I was really polite about it. I was like, hey, man, I didn't request this girl. I just don't think this is a fair price. And they were like, yeah, you're right. And I guess maybe they were expecting to get money from me, and I didn't get the money, so they like, pressured him to, like, not talk to me anymore. It was just like, I don't know, man. It's just kind of silly.
That's kind of a janky way to run your business if that's what happened. I think that was all him, though.
I think it was a mixture. I think it was, no, I don't think it was all him. I think maybe he did request a girl for me, but he didn't tell me. And then after the fact, it was like, she left after the fact. And it's like, well, why am I paying for the full hour with this girl? I didn't even get the fucking, like, half the time I'm supposed to be getting.
That's a good question.
And the thing is, and the thing that made me mad about it is not even like that. Like, sure, it was annoying that she, like, got up and left, but at the same time, it's like they were trying to charge me. It's like, I didn't even get the full time. Like, obviously, I probably would have paid for the full time because, like, dude, I'm kind of a pushover when it comes to stuff like that. But it's just like, dude, I'm not going to pay. Like, you literally got up and left. Like, why am I paying for this? And it wasn't even, like, a big argument. It was like, like, why am I paying for this? And like, oh, yeah, you're right. We should just take it off. It was like literally 20 seconds to be like, hey, I shouldn't have to pay for this. And the guy that was behind the counter was like, oh, you're right. But my friend got so mad at me. He was like, I guess you call him friend, quote unquote friend. If he got mad at me, it was just like, okay, yeah, don't talk to me again.
Mad at you.
Yeah, it was just like.
Because Kevin wasn't your friend.
And then
let's
I won't name this friend, but Kevin went with another one of our mutual friends. We'll call him Bill. I'll call him Bill. And the girl
Can we
that
just call him
Kevin.
straight douche canoe? Can we call him douche canoe? Is it a bill?
So what ended up happening was the guy that we were mutual friends with, me and Kevin were friends with this guy, and he went to the place with Kevin. And what ended up happening is that the girl that Kevin was really fancy with and really on, always going there all the time and getting people to go there with him, was telling like so Kevin told this girl he loved her. I love you. And you know what she did? She was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." She hugged him, and when she's hugging him, she sees our mutual friend, whatever his name is. I said Bob or whatever, Bill, Bob, Bill. Looked at him over Kevin's shoulder and whispered, "Meet me in the bathroom."
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did your mutual friend meet her in the bathroom?
No, he's pretty smart actually. He didn't meet her in the bathroom. But he tried to tried to tell Kevin after the fact, like, dude, she literally asked me to go meet him in the bathroom, like meet her in the bathroom. And he was like, "You're lying. You're funny. You're lying." It's like, I'm not. I'm trying to tell you. And he just completely ignored the situation. And then a couple years later, he's like, "You know, man, I should have listened to him." And it's like, yeah, he literally did. He never lied to you ever.
Wow. Some people are just dense when they're in love. You know what I'm saying? They're dense people.
I'm dense
They
when
think
I'm
they're
in
in
love.
love.
I'm dense.
You're gonna beat it. You're obviously not that dense because you didn't fall in love with anybody at one of those
Buy me
places.
drinky place, yeah.
So like, I mean, you're not as dense as Kevin.
Dude, he was really dense. And he might listen to this in the future, and it's like, I don't mean any offense by it, but I mean, like, dude, he was a fucking dick to me. Like, whenever, like, I was literally there for him, like, all the time. Always there, talk, like, for instance, like, he was complaining because, like, he was engaged to a girl. Now, I'm not dropping any names. If you're mad at me, whatever. So, clockwise, right? ZB?
Yeah. XAZB, Zabby.
So he was engaged to a Japanese girl, and what ended up happening is that, like, I guess they got engaged, and then after the fact, she was like, "I can't marry you anymore," and I guess like just completely ruined him, and that's whenever like went to the like buy me drinky thing, the buy me drinky like hostess club, whatever, and we were at the little club on base, and he was telling me like, "Hey, you know, man, like, you know," like he was telling me the story like how like he proposed to her and just, you know, they hung out a few times, and after that, she just never heard from her again. And eventually, like, he called her, and he was like, "Hey, listen, can you please talk to me? Like, I need to know what's going on." And she just texted me like, "I can't marry you," and that's the last you heard from her. And what ended up happening after the fact is sorry. So what ended up happening after the fact is that she was like, you know, "I can't marry you." And I guess what happened is that, you know, I guess the family thought he was a nobody, you know. He literally just go to their place and just crash on their floor and get drunk all the time and never do anything. And like, you know, and I guess maybe that's what it is. Maybe also the fact he was in Japanese is a big thing for the family. I don't know. He wouldn't tell me the whole story. But he was telling me about that. I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That really sucks. I've been going through some rough times too." You know, his response was, I was like, "Hey, man, I understand. You know, it sucks, man. Yeah, I'm here for you if you need me. I've been having some rough times too." His response was, "I don't give a fuck about what you've been going through."
Then you should have said, "Well, then I don't care about you either," and just.
He said that. And I was like, "Wow, dude." I was like, I'm literally here for you if you need me." He's like, "Then stop fucking bringing your bullshit on me." I was like, "What the fuck, man?" And basically, what ended up happening was I was kind of drunk at the time, so like I was like, "Whatever, man, fuck you." And I tried to put my beer down, and there's a person that next to me. And so when I went to put my beer down, they like were drunk and smoking. They went back and they knocked the beer out of my hand. It fucking cracked on the ground. I was like, "What the hell, dude?" And they're like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "No, dude, it's cool. I'm leaving. I'm leaving here." And then I left, and then my friend tried to turn it around. So like this whole situation where like I literally got mad and I smashed the beer on the ground. But I was like, "No." And I told my friends after the fact, because like, "What the fuck happened that day?" He said, "You like smashed a beer in front of him because you got mad at him." I was like, "I mean, dude, he was basically bitching about his life." And I was like, "Hey, man, I'm here for you. You know, I've been having some hard times too." And he literally was like, "Fuck you. I don't care." And yeah, so.
What? I mean, like, okay, so he wants you to hear him out, but he's not willing to hear you out. that's not a
I mean,
relationship.
I get it to an extent, but it's like just this is the coldness of the situation. It's just like, really, man. It's just like, you know, sometimes
No,
people
hold on.
sometimes people say stuff like that, but they're sometimes
Steven.
people say stuff like that, like, oh, fuck, man, I'm sorry. You know, there was like that point, like most people might be like, you know, I'm sorry, man, you're right, because it's just like, but he just like kept going with it. I don't fucking care. It's just like, what the fuck am I here for you, then, man?
Why do you even like entertain that? That's my question. Because if people try to step all over me at one point, I just got real mad and I stopped putting up with it.
I did.
And so like,
I did.
and
This is me
what?
looking. This is literally me like looking back at like freaking 10 years in the future, and being like, you know, man, maybe there was a point that could have happened, but like he is not the kind of person to do that, and that's what I'm trying to say is he's not the kind of person to be like, you know, maybe I was wrong to say this. Maybe my initial reaction is like he got mad because he wanted to keep talking about himself, and somebody else is like listening to him, like says something. He's like, oh, well, you want to talk about you now? Fuck you, whatever. I don't know, but the fact of the matter is like he just kind of proved himself to be a fucking asshole.
If you're gonna let like if you want people to talk to you about your problems, you have to be willing to listen to their problems. If you're not willing to listen to their problems,
but even before that, which is actually a funny story, is that a guy that I went to school with in the Navy had pushed me into a van earlier that night, and I remember I was talking. I called him up after the fact because I was so fucking mad because I was like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, you're a fucking asshole. I was calling him out for being an asshole. And he basically turned the story around to like, I had called him and be like, I got kidnapped. I'm fucking in the back of a van. It's like, I never said. I said, like, dude, I got shoved into a van. You're never there for me. I literally tried to talk to you about stuff. You literally just ignore me all the time, you know. And then he like turned into like this whole situation that like I was called him like drunk and like I said I got kidnapped and thrown into the back of a fucking van. It's kind of funny like thinking back to it, but just like I don't know. Every single time my friends would bring it up to me, like I would literally just go through the situation. Like that makes more sense to what he said. 9 times out of 10, my story makes way more sense because if they know the guy that I'm talking about, they're like, that sounds exactly like him. Actually,
I don't know, man. Like it sounds like you're just like a bunch of buttholes that you're surrounded by you when you were
yeah,
there.
I went through a lot of butthole friends. I have like one really good friend that I had when I was there. And so when I told you about that, like whenever Kevin said he loved the girl and she's like, hey, meet me in the bathroom, the guy didn't do it and he told Kevin about it. Kevin was like, you're lying. He's like the one good friend I had in Japan, like the one really good friend that I actually like really had fun with, like hanging out with, and I still talk to this day. Like he's a really good guy. And I wish he would make videos of me on YouTube because, like, dude, we have a lot of fun stories to talk about. And, like, he's really good at the whole rebuttal situation, you know? He's also
Gotcha.
he's also good about calling me out on my bullshit, you know?
You want me to start doing that? I'll start doing that if you want me to.
Well, you're not as good as you're not as good as he is because you'll call somebody out on their bullshit, but you're very one sided about it. Like he's like Socrates about the situation. He'll call you out on your bullshit and he'll actually question you from a way like why this, why that. Like it's like he's like a master of the Socratic method without knowing anything about Socrates. It's crazy.
Are you sure he doesn't know anything about Socrates? Because
he doesn't.
Like
Trust me, he doesn't. He just. Dude, the Socratic method is like people put it with Socrates, but it's actually a very, very normal method of arguing with people. It's a really easy way to disprove people if you know how to use it effectively.
Here's the thing. I don't have enough patience for that.
For what?
For just asking questions until they prove themselves wrong. I can't wait for that one. I have to like
then you're not good at then you're not good at the Socratic method because literally the Socratic method is you can literally ask like 2 to 3 questions and you literally prove them wrong. Most of the time in the first question you can prove them wrong.
Oh really?
Yeah, if you're really good at it, you know the right question to ask.
Are you sure that's most of the time or maybe just some of the time?
So it's like what I said about Einstein. Einstein had a saying, you know, I'm paraphrasing this, not 100% accurate what I'm saying, but it's something along the lines that if you can't explain something simply, then you obviously don't understand it. And it goes to the Socratic method. Like if you can't ask a question, and like if somebody asks you a question you can't explain simply, obviously you don't understand it, and that's what the Socratic method is about. You say this is what the way things are, and you get asked a simple question, and you can answer it. That's the way it works.
Okay. So if that's true, that if you can't explain it simply, then you don't understand it. What if it's something that's really complex, like how to assemble something, and it has like 76 steps?
Well, then maybe you don't understand it that well. I mean, dude, if you can't explain it in simple words, and I'm not saying if you can't explain simple words, you obviously don't understand. I'm saying, like, do you really understand it to 100%? That's the point.
Well, what if it's a lot of words? What if you're trying to explain like the plot of a book?
So you can't explain the plot of the book simply?
I mean, what if it's a book with multiple twists, and the twists alone would take you 30 minutes to just go over if you got
So
it
are you
down
saying
to the simplest detail?
so are you saying that you can't take more time to explain something simply? The fact you have to take more time to explain something makes it more complex that you can't explain it simply?
Hold on. That's my question. Is do you define complexity as length, or do you define complexity as easy to understand?
So how many times have you had somebody try to explain something to you, and the way they explain, you're like, what? I don't understand what you're saying, because like they're literally just dancing around the subject and not getting to the point. Okay. How many times, like for instance, let me give you a good example that I did in my life. So there's the point where I was trying to explain to somebody, my stepbrother and like his friend, how defragging on a computer works.
Okay.
You know what defragging is, right?
No idea. Explain it to me as simply as possible.
So the way I explained it to my stepbrother's friend is that I said, okay, think of it like this. Because my stepbrother tried to explain, he couldn't explain it very properly. I said, let's think of it like this. We have a deck of cards here, right? We have a stack of cards, 52 cards, right? Plus a couple extras.
52 cards, yes.
Throw the extra cards away because they're not part of the card game, right? Okay. So let's just say we want to play the card game. We want to play poker, we want to play Go Fish, whatever.
How many cards do we have after we throw away the cards we don't need?
52 cards. 52 cards and a deck of cards. So anyways.
We needed all the cards.
Well, every deck comes with a couple extra cards. Anyways, 52 cards, you need to actually play cards. Anyways. Okay. So the way I explained it, I said, listen, we want to play Go Fish, we want to play poker, we want to play Texas Hold'em, whatever. We need these 52 cards. So think of it like this. Before we play the game, my stepbrother, I'm going to name him, my stepbrother takes the cards, throws them all on the floor. We want to play a game, right? This is me talking about a computer when I say playing a game. We want to play a game, right? Well, what do we got to do? 52 cards pickup. All over the floor. 52 card pickup. So now we got to pick up all 52 cards, get all those quote-unquote files together to get the game running. It takes more time. If it's just in a stack sitting on the table, you just pick up the stack, start playing. That's what defragging does, is it takes all the files, i.e. cards, and puts them in the right place to make sure the game loads faster, or the program you want to use loads faster. That's a good example of the whole thing I'm saying with Einstein. Is it's like, if you can explain simply, then you obviously truly understand. It's not saying if you can't explain simply, you don't understand it. It's just, if you can explain it simply, like really simply, then you must really, really understand what you're talking about. If you can simplify it to a point.
So you're changing the definition.
Of what?
Of what you said. If you can't explain it simply, then you don't understand it. Now you're saying, well, if you can't explain it simply, if you can explain it simply, then you really understand it. A little different.
Yeah, I might have misspoke. I mean, obviously I'm not perfect. I sometimes misspeak sometimes, but obviously the factor of the situation is that if you don't...
So I just tried out the Socratic method. Did it work?
Not really.
Not really. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, you literally just, you didn't go with anything. I was like, yeah, I misspoke, man. My bad. You didn't prove me wrong with what I said. You basically just said, "Oh, you misspoke." I was playing
4D chess, son. I was playing 4D chess because.
Okay, Donald Trump.
I was playing 4D chess because I was trying to prove the Socratic method didn't work, and it didn't work. So there we go.
Well, maybe you just don't understand the Socratic method.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Do you think that was a good example, like a good way to explain defragging, though?
Kinda, but
that's actually, I thought I was pretty proud of that whenever I did that.
So yeah, you could just say it's like 52 card pickup for computers.
Exactly right.
Just leave it at that. You don't have to say I was telling my brother this one time. This happened.
I wasn't telling my brother. I was telling his friend actually.
Gotcha.
Like his BFF. Oh shoot! BFF. I'm gonna die.
We're about to die, and we're about to
or maybe I won't. Did you see that badass crit I did there?
It's nice. Where's the Robo? Oh.
Yeah, he got thrown away. But anyways, yeah, dude, it's just like, dude, like, it's just kind of crazy, like, you know.
Did you just throw the main character away?
What are you talking about?
Robo's the main character.
I know. I didn't throw him away, but he's gonna get thrown away soon.
I mean, he's the main character besides the Froggo. Those are the two best characters, though.
I kind of need him because I need him to heal. Okay, maybe I should have brought Marl. Marl will be better in the situation than Luca.
Do you like Luca so much?
I actually don't like Marl more, actually, but I figured that Robo could heal. I forgot that he gets thrown away in the situation. I knew that this happened, but I thought that, you know, oh, he'll literally just like get thrown away and he'll come back out and then we'll just fight or whatever. But you know, whatever. Well, oh, okay, there we go. That works.
Oh, okay, okay.
Boom! Look at this.
Did you doing all the cool things? Did you kill them? No, they're still alive. They're gonna kill you.
It's gonna be like one more hit and I can kill him. One more spin slash or freaking cyclone.
Spin slash. Hey, so I want you to take a guess for me really quick. What game do you think that I could be the world champion for playing the fastest? Like I have the fastest time.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
No. Not even close.
Barbie's Clubhouse.
Barbie's Clubhouse?
Yes.
I come in a close second. But it is not my #1 fastest game. I could get the world record for it.
Oh, come on.
There is a game that I feel that I could achieve the world record for fastest time.
And what was that?
You have to guess. Keep guessing. More guesses.
Guess number 3.
Guess number 3?
Yes.
What is it?
Guess number 3.
That's not a guess.
That's a pretty good guess.
It's not a guess. Not a guess.
Please die. Please die. God, die.
There's no way to talk to me. Luca died.
Oh, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Watch. I might actually clutch this. I might clutch this. I think I'm one hit away from killing this guy. Watch. I think I'm one hit away. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. I clutched him, man. Look at all the experience. 480 experience.
You need to grind, my friend.
I do. I actually do need to grind. But
you need to kill some enemies.
Well, it's a mixture. It's a mixture that I need to grind, but also like I'm talking to you, so like I'm at the point that I usually play this game, but like I'm also like half here, half not here.
Gotcha.
So, and you're trying to get me like worked up talking about freaking Socratic method and tell me I'm stupid, I don't understand stuff, even though I proved I understand everything. I'm a freaking genius. I'm a freaking genius, bro. I'm a freaking genius.
Who's a freaking genius?
You are. You're a genius.
I don't think I'm a genius.
I'm not gonna lie. Marl looks like she's been knocked out.
Okay, it's solitaire. The game is solitaire. I feel like I could have the world record in solitaire. There you go. That is, when I was using the restroom at Best Buy, that is what I would do. I would get fast up solitaire.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. You had a reputation for using the bathroom for a very long time at freaking Best Buy.
I did.
People like, dude. I would literally like people would be like looking for you, and I'd be like, I don't know where he's at, and I would go to the restroom like an hour later, and you'd be in the freaking stall using the bathroom.
I never spent a whole hour in there.
No, it's an exaggeration. It's called hyperbole.
I know. It was like the most time I ever spent, and this is way too long. I spent 20 minutes in there one time. Okay.
Well, for me, it's like to the point that it's like I would literally have to beg for somebody to like cover me so I could use the bathroom. It's like, dude, I really gotta go. Like, I literally would never take a break. I would literally be like, only time I take a break is like if I need to go to the bathroom. It's like once every like 5 to 6 weeks, I'd be like, hey, can I please use the restroom? And people are like, oh, we're busy right now. And it's like I worked in a position I could literally look at the cameras, and be like, you're literally standing talking to people. Like, I see you on camera right now. Can you please just cover me? It'll be like 5 minutes of your life. You used to take me off, man.
Well, what I gotta say is, you know what's less important than Best Buy security? Or you know what's more important than Best Buy security? Sorry, not shitting your pants. Okay, that's more important.
Because we're literally at the entrance of the door. If they smell poo poo, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this store smells like poo poo."
You'd be like, "Well, you guys didn't let me use the restroom, so I just pooped right here in the front."
Just start wearing a diaper to work every day.
So, okay.
Where are we? Oh my god, we should totally... Oh my god, where are we?
We're somewhere.
Oh my God. Look at the time, people. 33 minutes and 50 some odd seconds. That's crazy. Or more if we put an intro in. If we put an intro into this one.
I need a snack. Why don't you guys get yourself a snack before you?
Why don't, yeah, how about y'all guys go get yourselves a snack and I'll get myself a drink and Ben will get himself a snack and we'll be back very shortly.
We'll have snacks.
All right, guys.